All right. Okay. So I started thinking about this training. I don't know, it's been a few days ago, and I was like, what do I want to start December with? Um, because December is the last month of the year. It's also a busy time of the year for a lot of people. It's just busy. And so I started thinking about it. I started praying on it, and I was like, I anyway, so here's what I come up with. And it was in the title of our of the graphic, but it was December decisions create January momentum. And what does that mean? So I'll just tell you, a lot of times people will take all of December off. Um, People will, and let me just be honest, a lot of things slow down in December. Like, you've got your businesses that close sometimes for a week. You have school that closes for a couple weeks. So you've got people with their families, with their holidays, and I'm obviously not telling you not to spend time with your family. That's not what I'm saying. But I am saying there is a point to this. There is a point when sticking staying in December when a lot of the world checks out can be a huge advantage. So I'm going to get started. So like I said, December is the month when most people in network marketing check out. um I don't know why that is. It's just statistically they just check out. But what you do in December, y'all know, will show up in your January paycheck. Obviously, we get paid the month after for the month before for bonuses. Your February momentum and the growth that you want to have in the spring. So we always say what you do now will be reflected in your business in 30, 60, 90 days. Okay. So think of December as a planting month. I know, like, for farmers, it's not obviously a planting month, but for business, think of it that way. Um, people will spend People spend more money in December than any other month. They spend a lot of money in November, but they also are in this mindset to spend money in December. So they're already buying stuff. They've already got their wallet out. They've already got their mindset on spending. They're going to be spending. I know I am in that. You got Christmas, you've got, all the things. So our job as brand partners for Bravenly specifically is to show them that we have something that can help them feel better, have more energy to go to the family gatherings. Stop snacking. They're not snacking all the time, especially if they are at home with their kids or if they're going to 10 different get-togethers. Sleeping better, or just simply want to start the year off um, stronger. Because let me back up. I've seen a lot of things saying, like, don't wait till January. And like, why wait till January when you can start now, right? Feeling better, not having to eat the whole sleeve of what are they? They're my favorite. Christmas trees. The little Debbie Christmas trees, they're like literally my weakness, and I can't. Anyway, people are also reflecting on their life. I used to think that January was the month of reflection, but really it's not. It's December. December, everyone is sitting around, and I know myself included, and they're like, what did I do this year to make um my life better? Thank you, Stacy. I just saw your comment. What have I done to help move anything forward? Have I reached my goal weight that I wanted to reach? Have I done the things that I said I was going to do in my business? Have I done all these things? People just like us are sitting around thinking, like, oh, I really didn't exercise as much as I wanted to, or they're reflecting on their life right now. Um, so health, weight, finances, stress, hormones, everything comes to the surface, right, during the holidays, and they're reflecting on that. Um, while everyone else slows down, like I was saying, we get to stand out. You get to stand out. So, if you notice, like, well, what's her name from, I don't know, I'm just going to say, for example, what's her name from Plexus is not showing up as much as she was because maybe she's got a lot going on. This is like, I would call it your time to shine, because you are going to be doing the things, you are still going to be showing up, you are still going to be posting. So the gap is smaller, the noise is quieter, there's not as much noise, and so you have a bigger opportunity to get your stuff out there. Hopefully that makes sense. So obviously, like, whenever there's Christmas, you have family coming over, you have like all these things, you're obviously not going to do the things that you would typically do on a normal day. Like my 8 hour day or 6 hour day might go down to like 2 hours, but that's why you want to make sure that you're doing something and not nothing. Because consistency is going to be intensity every single time. It doesn't matter how you can message 50 people in one day, but I can tell you that is, I know from experience, it will burn you out. So if you just are consistent, instead of messaging 50 people in one day, maybe message 5 people over the course of 10 days. Being consistent is so much more important than being like hardcore, because I promise you, it will burn you out. So 2 to 3 small actions every day is going to be greater than these big like bursts maybe once a week that you have, or even twice a week. So what you're going to do to create this January momentum that we're talking about is you're going to plant seeds all month long. We're not necessarily trying to close a sale every single day. We're not trying to enroll a brand partner every single day, right? Right now, we are creating awareness around what we have, what we do, so that in January or towards the end of December and all month long, people are like, man, like I really need to get my crap together and I really need to get myself back on track. Who was that girl that I was thinking of that I was selling those supplements that she's done really good things. You want to be the person that they think of. You want to be the person that they're like, oh, that's that Bravenly lady. You know what I'm saying? So you want to be the person that is first in their mind so that you can pop up and be that person that they think of to go to whenever they're ready to be like, okay, it's time. So share your journey boldly. Share your journey, like your health journey, your energy, your hormones, what your business. If you haven't, you know, like seen all that you've wanted to see in your business, that's okay. You need to talk about what you've overcome. Maybe it took a lot for you to start going to in-person meetings. Maybe it took a lot for you to start doing those sip and samples. Like that's a hard thing for me, for myself, because I don't like talking in front of people. I like want to crawl in a hole. But doing those things, like if you reflect, truly, truly reflect on the things that you did this year and start trying to come up with posts about like, you really did overcome a lot. You did put yourself out there. Even just starting a new business and even just starting to post online more, that is bold. That is putting yourself out there and overcoming the fear of rejection. That's overcoming the fear of a lot of things. So like that is no small thing. Okay. I want you guys to understand that. People are attracted to honesty and transformation. especially when they're thinking that they can change their own life. So be honest about where you are, be honest about where you came from, and really, really try to pull out those vulnerable pieces little by little and start posting about that, because I promise you, we could have like 10 mutual friends. They may not resonate with my story, but they may resonate with yours. Talk in your stories, go live. I know I'm the world's worst about going live, but that is one of my goals for December, is to try to go live at least once a week, hopefully more. But make sure that you're talking about the business. You guys, the business is the best product that we have here at Bravenly, period, end. Like, people want extra income more than ever right now. People are spending money. Holiday spending is real. The holiday credit cards are real. Give them a solution. Bravenly is a solution that fits into their already busy life, right? Like, we are all busy. Everyone's busy. It's not something that they have to quit their full-time job to do. So make sure that you are posting about the business. I have realized, and I actually just told Billy this earlier, that I can't remember the last time I made like before and after like post, and I've realized that I've been talking about the business a lot, and I need to weave the product back in, but I'm also trying to build the business. So it's kind of an equal balance there. Just make sure you're talking about both of them. So I want you guys to understand something, because I don't want you guys to think like, oh, well, I've got to be like present all the time. No, I mean, December is not about this massive action. December is more about small actions every day, a little bit of things every day, 2 to 3 things every day. If you can do all your DMOs every day, then do them. But if not, just make sure you're doing something to move the needle. Small daily choices that no one else sees, that will reflect in January. Think about it this way. Whenever you join, if you go to the gym once in December, okay, nothing's going to change. Obviously, nothing's going to change if we just go one time. But if you go 15 times, if you go at least, a few times a week, you feel that in January. Business is the same way. Those small things that you're doing compound over time and is going to make a bigger difference than if you just go once, right? So one thing want you guys to do, and I've thought about it, I've been thinking about mine, and I'm going to make a post in the team page asking you for yours once you think about it, is I want you to think about one thing you want to commit to this month. And that's not 10, not even 5, not a whole like game plan, but just one thing. And we're going to call that your one non-negotiable for December, because what your non-negotiable is for December becomes your January breakthrough. And I want you to think about it this way, because I thought about it and I was like, what is going to be my one December non-negotiable? And I'm still thinking on it. I'm going to post mine in the comments too. Like I said, I'm going to put a post up. I want to know what yours are so that we can kind of get some ideas. Maybe it's posting every single day. Maybe you don't post every day right now. So maybe that is going to be your non-negotiable, is like you at least post every day. Sharing your story 3 times a week. That's another non-negotiable. Like, you are going to share your story 3 times a week, non-negotiable. 5 conversations a day, and then following up weekly. There's like all kind, like maybe it's going live in your stories. Maybe it's going live on your page. Maybe it's just posting in your stories. But what is that non-negotiable going to be in December that you're like, before I lay my head down at night, I have got to do XYZ? What is it going to be? The one thing. Because like I said, the little bit of activity will compound over time. And you've got to let people know that you're still here. You're still, it may be December and it may be Christmas time, but y'all, Christmas is not until the 25th. Um, Trust me, I know it's like it's busy. Angie and I leave on, well, I leave on Sunday. She lives on Monday. We're going on a cruise with Bravenly on next week. And I'm like, huh, I gotta cram this into December with everything else, but it's okay. I'm going to still do my non-negotiable every single day. And so tomorrow is the game plan Zoom, December 2nd at 12, where I'm sure they're going to talk about promotions and things. In all the years I've been here, we've had a 12 days of Christmas little thing for Bravenly. I can't imagine that we would not have it this year. So we will see, but I'm super excited to see when that's going to roll out, what's going to roll out for that. It's a fun time. It really is a fun time. So, but just think about things that I was trying to find it's not here. He took it. So the other day I took a Santa hat and I put a Santa hat on and then took a few pictures in front of the Christmas tree. Those you can whenever you're dressed and all done or whatever, you can throw on, like I've got even some reindeer ears, I think, and an elf hat, I think it is. But you can just literally take pictures like that, and then that way you have stuff to post with the 12 days of Christmas, because that's another thing there too. But sorry, I got off track. But like I said, I'm gonna make a post in there, and I want you to really think about what you want your non-negotiable to be. If you know you're just gonna have a really busy December, try to plan it out to where I know if you're on professional mode, I think you can schedule. Diane's shaking her head. Yeah, you can schedule your post. I've not done it yet, but I'm probably gonna have to do some for next week. And then you'll have so do that. Use that tool. That's a tool there to help you. So I think that's all I've got. I'm really, really excited about this month, you guys. November was so good. Okay, you do it when you're at work. Okay, I'm gonna try that next week. It was so good, and I am so excited for where this month is going to take us. I actually have a call tomorrow with Brittany Beck to, I'm gonna get this word, sorry, strategize about some things for December. So whenever I figure out some of that stuff, I will definitely keep you guys filled in, but I'm really, really excited about that. We're going to try to, I don't want to make things overcomplicated, but I definitely want to layer incentives and stuff. Also, speaking of incentive, if you have not filled out the form for your customers, trying to schedule post, but like it could be. It could be. It was set to public, right, Amy? I'm sure it was. I'm thinking if you know when it is going to be scheduled to post, okay. When it's scheduled to post, I would try to go and say it's scheduled at 2:00 p.m. If you can, go comment on a few posts before 2:00. That way it gets pushed out. And maybe comment on a few posts after, and that should help push it out a little bit better. Yeah. Oh yeah, it might have. Try that, and I'm gonna try that too. I'm gonna try that. I'll try that tomorrow and see if that works. Keep up with okay. So you know what time you schedule it for, and then you go, okay, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try that. But make sure you fill out the customer incentive form. I'm gonna draw those winners on Wednesday. That way I can get those gifts mailed out. And then let me stop the recording. Hold on. Don't anybody leave. I want to take a picture. I'm so bad about doing this. Hold on.